Hey everyone, Jackelson here. This video here, if you couldn't tell by the title below, is about a clone trooper armor that I am currently working on and in the progress of completing. Now, while it is not actually completed yet, I am in the progress of working on it. Now, most people post up videos on how they work with their clone trooper armor. Like they would use polyurethane, resin, paper mache, fiberglass, all kinds of those things. They're really good at making it look perfect and making it look very solid, but they take up a lot of time, a lot of money, and they just make a downright mess. What I actually did differently, what I am doing differently, is I'm using a kind of foam. Now, I'm not using EVA foam, like the kind of foam you would put down on your floor for like working out and stuff. This is a different kind of foam. Now, obviously this foam is different. I actually don't know what kind of foam it is. Like, I'll show you this foam. It has kind of an octagonal shape on the bottom of it, or hexagon, whatever you want to call it, and then a bluish on the opposite side. I'm not entirely sure what type of foam this is. I found a big roll of it in my basement that my parents left behind, and I thought I'll just go ahead and use it. Now, this foam here is actually very good for cutting, and I decided to take the liberty on myself to use it. So what I have done so far is this. I have the chest piece done. You can see there from the white corner there, I've already tried out what the paint will look like on it without any other kind of layers. It is pretty good. I'll probably have to put on maybe like 2 or 3 coats of paints over it, and overall the foam is actually very good. Now, a lot of people kind of question and try and just size out however they are to the pieces on the clone trooper armor. In all reality, that is true. You can do that. But what I did for this chest piece here was I actually found something that I can wear that is my size. Kind of like this shirt. Just find an old shirt or something, a jacket, a life jacket, a harness, something that fits your torso, and then just cut it straight in half. Not straight down the middle, but from the shoulders sideways down. Then take that front part, put it on the foam, cut around it, and there you go. You got it cut out. Now with this stuff here, I actually used an old life jacket. I'll actually show you here. Give me one moment. This old life jacket here, this was my father's, and it doesn't fit him anymore, but it fits me. What I did was I cut the seams on the sides, so where the back is no longer attached. I laid it out, and then cut it. So you can basically see how it would work out like that. So it is a little bit difficult to actually get it the exact size of what you want with the foam. Granted, if you have enough foam, you have a lot of room for trial and error. Whereas if you don't have enough foam, you gotta get it on the first try. And that is very difficult to do sometimes, especially in someone of my position, when you're under a lot of pressure whenever the date of the completion of this armor has to be pushed forward drastically. I'm going to be wearing this clone armor at Anime Central, which is this May 16th to 18th in Rosemont, Illinois, which, of the date of the recording of this video, 16 days away. This is April 30th. And that chest piece, that's all I got. So I am rushing to get it done. I actually have 2 other things finished. People kind of say, well, like, how would you go around doing the helmet? People try and make their own helmets. Those are good. Those are good ideas. You can make your own helmet, get it customized and styled to however you want. For me, I like making my own custom stuff, but for making a helmet, that is actually something that is very difficult for me. The only kind of helmets I've made is that's basically a kind of thing for Alphonse Elric from the anime Full Metal Alchemist. It's a good sized helmet, but obviously it's not completed at all. Chin was the hardest part, a little long, but that's something not on the subject. For helmets, in order to make them, You need a lot of skill. You need to have tutorials and stuff. Clone Trooper helmets, people put up tutorials for them. They use the most ridiculous things out there, like use a motorcycle helmet and then just alter it. Use polyurethane, dump it in a bowl, and then you got just take a hat, put cardboard and paper around it. I'm just like, why would you people do this? Why? Why not just go the easy, simple way and use what actually exists? Now, if you have a lot of money, you can buy the helmet. There are people that make the helmets because in Attack of the Clones, Star Wars Episode 2, every single clone trooper that was in that movie wasn't real. It was all CGI, so none of that armor actually existed. Especially in Episode 3, in Revenge of the Sith, there were like small bits that were real, like gauntlets and boots and stuff and gloves, but other than that, the torso and helmet, none of it ever existed. People had to go off what they could find on the internet. So, what I did for finding on the internet was I got the Hasbro Clone Trooper voice modifier helmet. Now you can obviously tell I changed the visor. The black visor is good. It's iconic to the Clone Trooper helmet, but I wanted something else to be mine. I wanted it to actually have my kind of style to it, and this visor is that. You can obviously tell it is shiny. It's not an actual visor like you would get for a helmet. It's actually a Halloween mask. I bought it at the Spirit Halloween store before Halloween ended last year in 2013, and you can even see on the inside, it's still even shiny in there. It's kind of a chrome, faceless mask. You can probably find those on the Spirit website. I'm not sponsored by them, I'm just saying. And it worked out great, though you do have to kind of cut out the pieces as much as you can. The mask is literally covers your entire face, so I had to cut it to where it was my eyesight. Now the last thing that I have on here for the Clone Trooper that I have mostly done, the Clone Trooper's blaster, also known as the DC-15S Carbine Blaster Rifle. Now, it's not completed, so don't be judging. This is what I have. This is the Carbine DC-15S Carbine Rifle. It's not complete yet. It's nothing really fancy schmancy. All this really is just a bit of wood, a lot of cardboard, and then some paper clips that I bended at the very front for the iron sights, and then just a weird cap thing I found in my basement. Now, it is not finished. You can obviously see that. Just a couple of layers of cardboard and a lot of wood glue. Wood glue is very preferred because wood glue is extremely strong. Even a water wood glue mixture is basically just like resin. So, this is what I have so far. If you would like to give me any tips, if you have made any Clone Trooper armor or have made stuff in the same kind of fashion, please do not hesitate to comment below. Please let me know if you have anything to let me know. If there is anything you might be able to pass on to a newbie as me, and just help me out here a little bit if you can. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for watching. Please click the buttons below, subscribe, like, whatever. I'll talk to you all later. Jackelson, out.